Hi there, Mama Spurge here from Team EQ, and something that often comes up in workshops when I go and work with high-performing teams is they can articulate very clearly what it is that they don't want throughout the year. So I've kind of come up with 3 questions to help them articulate what it is that they do want. And so for you listening, if you are a parent of a student athlete, if you are a coach of a high school or a college team, if you are a grandparent watching kids, or if you're the actual athlete, these 3 questions can really create a lot of momentum for yourself. It's good to refer back to them. It's not just you write them down and that's it, you leave it. It is going to help your brain to understand where you are and where you want to be. And so the first question of these 3 is, what kind of experiences would you like to have this year? On court, the way you perform. And obviously it's ideal to do this before a season starts. So if you are busy training for your gymnastics season, if your soccer season hasn't started, if your NFL season hasn't started, this is an ideal time to take an A4 piece of paper, write down 3 columns, and what experiences would you like to have that would really juice you? You know, some people might write, I would really love to travel with my team. I'd love to be on a flight with my team to Europe, for example. Or I'd love to experience what it's like to be at a draft system. Or I'd love to experience what it would be like to win a championship ring of some sorts. Of course, as athletes, one of the experiences that we'd like to have is winning. I get that. That's like a given. I want you to go a little bit more micro with regard to it. And so what else is something that you'd love to experience? It's your criteria. And the more juicy or emotionally kind of excited you can get and your team can get around these experiences, the better it's going to be for your team outcomes or your personal outcomes. So as a parent of an athlete, you know, sometimes it's tough to kind of stimulate conversation, you know, in the car when people are driving, they don't want to have anything to say or do with you. Have this kind of in your back pocket. Like, what experiences would you like? Even on game day. Because it helps you to work out what the end in mind is. What is the outcome that you're after? So question 2 is, this is the kicker. Because it's all well and good to say, you know, I want to experience what it's like to do autograph signing, or I want to experience what it's like to run summer camps, or I want to experience what it's like to, you know, travel with my team. What kind of growth needs to happen in order for that first thing to happen? So you've got your list of experiences, what it is that you'd like to experience either in individual form or a group form, and then what kind of growth needs to happen. So say you had down there that you'd love to experience or be part of a winning team and you'd love to win a championship. Okay, so but what kind of growth needs to happen? A championship, it doesn't just happen out of thin air. You know, there is growth. Maybe there's mental growth that needs to happen. Maybe there's understanding your body that needs to happen. Maybe there's diet that needs to happen. So what kind of growth needs to happen in order for that experience to come to fruition? So good question, because often this is where players, parents, coaches kind of get stuck. They don't, not everybody, take on that mantle of growth that's needed to actually get to the outcome, get to the experience. Because those experiences should be treasured, and they should be cherished. You know, if you want to lift the Wimbledon trophy or the Wimbledon, you know, disc as a female tennis player, that doesn't come without growth, like a lot of growth. And then thirdly, the third question is, what kind of contribution would you like to make this year? So beginning of your season, what kind of contribution would you like to make? Maybe you want to share with the team elements of leadership. Maybe you want to contribute towards the team with regard to taking care of people, making sure that they have their meals, or maybe you want to contribute to the greater good and, you know, run a sneaker drive to Africa, or you want to send boots to Africa. What kind of contribution do you want to make? And it could be to the people back home that got you in this position, or it could be as a parent of an athlete. Well, you know, what kind of contribution do you want to make outside of the person that you're taking around? Maybe, you know, let your imagination run wild. So those are the 3 questions. What kind of experiences would you like this year in your season? What kind of growth needs to happen in order to get those experiences? And then what kind of contribution do you want to make? Because An attitude of gratitude is going to get you very, very far. Please use the chat down below. I know this has been a bit of a longer talk. Like I said, if you're struggling, if you're a parent or a coach who's struggling to have the kids articulate this, get me in. I'm happy to help you. It's a vital piece of success, and teams that have great years or individuals that have great years are able to articulate their experiences and what it is that they're after pretty darn well. So have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you.